Hello, hello. So for those of you that just joined us, we're waiting for my nice, friendly dwarf coach to come online to play our game. This is his team. He has more guard than us. He has more mighty blow than us. He has more block than us. He has more skills than us. He has more TV than us. Essentially, he has everything better than us, apart from the speed. That's the only thing that we advantage. That's the only advantage we have. Um, So it's kind of stupid to say, but we are going to try and outspeed with uh, with Nurgle. And for those of you that weren't here, I've decided. I think I've pretty much decided on my. I see what it is. I see why I suddenly have 5 people in my stream. I know exactly who it is. Much interesting. Well, you guys are more than welcome to stay and watch me lose this game in a league. You might find it quite interesting. Um, so, to give you an idea, I know some of you don't necessarily know Blood Bowl that well, but my team basically has no skills on it whatsoever. I have 3 skills in total. My opponent has significantly more skills. Yeah, so there's so basically, it's going to be a really difficult game. I think we can possibly win. So if you look at the team values, we're 50% worse than him. Should be interesting. Thank you. I think I do sound professional. One thing I have noticed, if I say S, it's really annoying on stream like this. S. That can get quite annoying. Let's just check to see if he's here. So 12 minutes ago, he said he'll be here in 10 minutes. Oh, it's okay, good. Put on a bra, you'll get more views. As surprising as it sounds, I don't actually have a bra in my house. What I do have, though, is I have headphones that tilt, which is quite cool. If I show you, it's quite fun. Have a look. See, I got these awesome headphones for Christmas that tilt around, that make me look proper MLG Esports Pro. Yeah, you can say hi, Mum. All of this will be logged on Twitch, um, and may be recorded for recruitment purposes. For those of you that are spamming me in Steam, you are allowed to talk in the chat as well. Oh, there we go. He's come online and we're ready for this match. Okay, so let's start this horrible game of Blood Bowl. So he won't get any inducements because he's significantly higher team value than us. However, we have 410,000. So does that mean that he bought some extra players? Okay. So what he did was he actually fired a player before this match to reduce the amount of cash that I get to spend, which is sensible. So what I could do, I can still get the inducements that I wanted. So I want to get a wizard. That gives me 260 left, and if I'm correct in thinking, where's he gone? Yeah, Lord Barak is 300,000. I'm going to need block and I'm going to need mighty blow this game. So that's 40,000 of my own cash, which is a little bit on the steep side, but we kind of need the players and we kind of need the wizard. So we'll go with that. And this game is going to be pretty much decided on how my Claw Mighty Blow will do, how Borak does, and also how my Beast of Nurgle does. I'm not expecting to win this game. I think a draw is a very good result for me, and I'm expecting probably a 1 or a 2-0 loss. But you never know, it's Blood Bowl. Dice happen. So let's hope that dice happen for me instead of for him. So, I mean, the other good thing is that he did fire a player for this game. So he does only have one substitute. And we managed to get the kickoff. So we're definitely going to receive the ball. We need as much chance as possible to remove as many players as possible. So this game's going to get quite messy instead in terms of skills. Hello, Nikaidu. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. So essentially, we're going to be blitzing with our Claw Mighty Blow every single turn this game, if at all possible. And we kind of have to kill some stuff pretty quickly, or at least make him use his Apo as soon as possible. So, we want to be pushing as many guys as possible onto the Beast that we can. So the Beast can go right in the middle, and what we'll do, we'll set up Borak here, and then we'll set up some 3 dice with Nurgle Warriors in the middle. So strength 4, strength 5. I need to get to strength 7, which actually kind of sucks. So I might not be able to set up too many 3 dice. We could set up with some rotters here. I'm going to put a rotter in the backfield because I really need Claw Mighty Blow near the front doing his job. We'll put him there. 2 rotters in the backfield for safety. Make sure that blitzes aren't obvious or easy. So you're going to push him to there, you're going to push him to there. We're going to tie these guys up and see if we can just generally make some progress. I think seems reasonable. Let's give it a whirl. Okay, so he gets an extra reroll, which is fine, kind of to be expected. Okay, so first things first, let us protect the ball. And now we can make some 3 dies. So we don't want to leave our rotters too far out because they are only armor value 8 and they do have decay, so they die pretty easily. So that's a nice easy 3 dice to start with, I think. So we don't knock him down, but that's fine because we can follow up and hit him with another warrior. In a minute, because that's only a 2 dice at the moment. 4, 5, 6. We can't really make that strength 7. So I suppose it is just 2 dying with Chaos Warrior. First knockdown's good. Looking for dead. Okay. We can hope. I'm not going to be doing much fouling this game just because I only have one bench, and I'm probably going to need it with the amount of Mighty Blow that he has. So, is there an easy way that we can make any of these 3 dies? Your strength 5, strength 6. We can't make that strength 7. We can if we get this knockdown or push. So we'll do this next. It's not a good time to get 1 in 9s. I really don't want to have to play most of this half with 1 reroll, but I think I kind of have to. Of course. Okay, so that's not a good start. 1 in 81. So unfortunately that gives him an opportunity to hit Borak, which I really didn't want to give him, and we really didn't want to give him punches at all. And all he's going to do is going to base up players, so this guy might get isolated. The Blitz probably might come in here and he'll try and get people around this right-hand side, would be my guess. Try and put some pressure on the ball. So the two obvious blitz targets are either the Chaos Warrior or this guy, one of these two Noble Warriors. Yeah, he's going to go for this guy because that means that he can get round the side a bit more. So pushing him here sets him up for a possible surf next turn. Decides not to. And I'm assuming this runner is going to probably come round this way. And again, he'll probably just base me up with some guard over here. So this is fine. This is a 2 dice for me, but he's basically working on the principle that I'm going to roll 1 in 9s. I've already rolled 2 of them. I need to get a hit with this guy. I need to get a hit with the Claw Mighty Blow guy. He might even take this 2 die uphill, to be honest. He has block. It's not that bad an option. Not worth re-rolling if he does. He has 4 re-rolls. Might be worth thinking about. Okay, so he's just going to base everyone and pray to God that I roll more 1 in 9s. Now that's probably a reasonable strategy, unfortunately. So the best place for me to blitz is going to be this guy, in fact. So if I can blitz him off, it means I can 2 die this guy, it means I can 2 die this guy. So I'm going to start with the blitz. It's the most important thing, and then we'll pick up with a rotter in a minute. We can't re-roll if this is bad. It's not that bad. So we will push him off. And we need to protect this Chaos Warrior. Where are you going to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could probably put the ball over there. But I want to make sure that I have a little bit of protection on this side. Borak is probably the next best to go for, even though these are only 2 dies. Is there anywhere where I can set up more 2 dies? Probably not really. I need to just be really punching these Mighty Blow guys. Okay, so punching him is nice. Don't particularly want to follow him. I'm quite happy to leave him alone on the ground. Now, this is probably the next most important thing. I need to get him away from me more than anything. If I can get a few pushes where I've knocked him away... Now, what we don't want to do is give him a free surf. And unfortunately, I think we have to stay, in which case... This is a 2 dice here, which allows this rotter to go and protect the Chaos Warrior. So I want to take this 2 dice. This one, again, we don't follow up, because I'm on a guard piece, which is good. Now we want to protect the Chaos Warrior. So by putting the rotter here, it means he can't push him out there, and he won't be able to get someone around the side. So this stops him being able to surf the Chaos Warrior. So that's a good start. So we've got 3 more players. How many of them do I take a 1 in 9 for? I think we still have to keep punching. I really don't want to get hit by Mighty Blow. I am going to follow this up because there's a chance of this 2 dice here, which is nice. So I mean, these are still all 2 die without block that I just have to take. Okay, so the beast getting a knockdown is really, really nice. So I'm going to leave this block for the moment, just because picking up the ball is quite nice to be able to do. Now, he's going to be able to punch this guy, so this square's not safe. But this square is quite safe. So let's go for the pickup, see if we can get it, which we do. Fantastic. And then now we'll see if we can punch this guy down, which we do. And I am going to follow this one up, just because it keeps 3 dwarfs reasonably stationary, hopefully we can free up 1 or 2 players to start pressing over on this right-hand side a bit more next turn. So successful turn 2, unsuccessful turn 1. Hopefully these 2 can keep these 3 pretty occupied. Hopefully these 3 can keep these 3 pretty occupied, and hopefully we can just leverage what strength we have on this side of the field. So there are no serfs available here. And, I mean, obviously the Pestigore is going to be his blitz target. And he's going to be doing it with this Troll Slayer because it's got Mighty Blow. And we really, really, really need the Troll Slayer not to get him. The both down is good for him. Didn't break armor, which is really nice to see. And here comes the blitz. It's a 2-die into a 2-die. Gets him on the first one, which is nice for him. Yeah, makes a sensible place to push. The beast is fine, and he can't follow it. Can't pile it on. So you have guard. So we need to put at least an assist in here, and the plan is we knock him off. Then stay here with the Pestigore, knock him away, and then we might be able to make some progress down this right-hand side. Right, you can just stand up, because you're being annoying there. Annoying is what we want. So this block has to come next, otherwise he simply gets a 2-die block on us. And this probably has to be re-rolled as well if it's not good. Okay, so the push is fine, and I'm going to push him behind so he can't block my warrior. You can stay exactly where you are now. So if you go there, so if you're there, then you can go here probably. Some kind of sideline cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the moment. It's safer to do the block first. The knockdown is good to see. We're going to keep him away from the Pestigore because the Pestigore is the one that needs to be saved. Now, ideally, we want to try and tie some of these guys up. So we'll get away from the Troll Slayer first, and we need to tie up some of these guys. So let's think. So we can knock, if we do this block, we can actually push the beast onto these guys here, which would be really quite good actually. So this block is very good if we can get it, which we do, which is nice to see. And now we can push the beast. Where do we want to push the beast? I want to push the beast here. And we'll follow. Okay, that's good. 2-die with block is always nice to see. Great time to roll it. Now, if I can get this 2-die, even if it's a push, it makes it quite difficult for him to... Oh, the really stupid failed, which really sucks. So, what 2-dies do we have? Well, we have one more 2-die here, which we can take. It's only going to be a push. This is a 3+ dodge, but it's safer than just getting punched. And I think the safest place for him to be is probably here. Okay, he doesn't make it, but that's fine. Obviously, we're not going to re-roll that. So we're giving him some punches here. Unfortunately, we didn't get this push. If the beast had got the push, his runner would have been tied up, and it would have been tricky for him to get round to our ball, which is why I wanted to make that play. But failing the really stupid wasn't very helpful. So he now has 2 dies, probably on Borak as well. Nope, not quite a 2 die on Borak. Oh no, that's not a good joke. Just watched a program about beavers. It was the best damn program I've ever seen. This is a 1 dice. If he wants it, doesn't want it. So this, I think, is a slight mistake. I think pushing the warrior over here is better because now the warrior can stand up, and I have a 2+ stupid roll again. Shovel was a groundbreaking invention. Indeed, it was. Well noticed. So, people are going to be on the ball this turn. Oh, it's only a push, that's nice. He's going to follow it up, obviously. Probably push him to there. Yep, makes perfect sense. And then I would imagine the runner is probably going to come and sit just about here. Or here. One of these two would be the logical spot. I need to try and pull the ball back in towards the centre because he's dwarfing up around, what do you call a fat psychic? I have no idea. What do you call a fat psychic? Fortune teller. Oh dear. Hang on, 5, 6, 7. We can make that a 3 dice. A fortune teller. Dearie me. So I think I'm blitzing with the Pestigore this turn, and I might also do some kind of... I need to blitz that guy, unfortunately. Grrr. Right, well, let's do a 3 dice. Hooray, we knocked something over. The problem is here we have to do a 3+ dodge to do anything. And I don't like doing 3+ dodges. But it looks like the best shot that we have, unfortunately. So we're looking at possible 3+ dodge, maybe to here, hand off to this guy, blitz away. That's probably what we're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we blitz him off, we could put the ball here, but that would allow him to reposition. I'm going to go for the kind of medium safe play. And I want to push him to here. Oh my god. I can't take a mighty blow hit on that guy. I can't afford to take a mighty blow hit on him. I mean, we get him down and stunned, which is a good start, but we're now going to have to do 3... I mean, it's 3+ dodges without any kind of safety net. This is the issue that we were always going to have. The fact that we don't have block and that we were always going to run out of rerolls is pretty much why we were always going to be stuffed. I may as well just take... I was going to say I may as well just take the 2-die. But failing the really stupid again kind of sucks. I mean, just taking 2 dies is probably as safe as option as we have. And now we can try the 3+ dodge. I mean, if we were really baller, we could do 3+, but we're not that crazy. So if we fall over, where do we want the ball to be? If we fall over, we actually probably want the ball to go out. Do I know why all hot dogs look the same? I don't know. I don't know why all hot dogs look the same. Hey, we did 3+ dodge, good. I don't know, why do all hot dogs look the same? You know what? Your jokes are actually as bad as mine. Like, your jokes are getting worse and worse and worse, and they're becoming as bad as mine. We have a wiener here. Oh. I have banning powers, you know. I can shut you off. Little wieners. I actually have a sausage dog doormat called Cumberland. Because obviously he looks like a Cumberland sausage. Okay, so we've with some rather questionable plays, we've got the ball semi-safe-ish, as good as it can be. I mean, he's a 3+ dodge away from getting dice on the ball. Okay, so now he's worked out if he pushes this guy away, then it's now a 4+ really stupid roll. But now we have players that we might be able to come in and help. So he's trying to clear out a hole in the middle to try and run through and try and split my team, which kind of makes sense. Because now the beast is kind of isolated. Not that it's done anything this game at all. But it's still on 2 players, which is not too bad. I think we're going to have to leave these 2 alone, and we're going to have to just run over to this way. So my plan is possibly to try and end up over here. So I think we try and blitz this Longbeard to just give ourselves a bit of space around this area. Try and get these guys off us, and then try and make some kind of progress. But it's going to be difficult. If I can get into the 0.5-0, there's a possibility that we... I'm basically hoping that my wizard can either stop him getting a touchdown or can give me a touchdown in the second half. Because I'm not quite sure I'm going to be able to break through his defences with no rerolls now. We're going to need a good few turns of no 1 in 9s, basically. And the fact that I've gone to no rerolls so early just shows how important this guy is. This Claw Mighty Blow guy is super important. Ah, good. Foul appearance failed. He probably won't reroll that, I think. Yeah, didn't think so. Okay, so safe moves first, as always in Blood Bowl. And the safest place is probably right about here. So we're going to try and put someone in this spot here to give the beast something to do. And we're probably going to do it with this guy, because he is the least, he's the most useless person that can stand here. This guy isn't going to do any dodging whatsoever. Can I get a chain push? Oh, I can actually chain push the beast into here, which would make it significantly better. Okay, so that looks like it's going to be the blitz. Oh no, but that's only going to be a 1-die block. Grr. Because obviously he has guard. So I would need to fill that space. I could do it. That would be a pretty kick-ass chain push. Okay, let's go for it. We'll stand our people up. Borak is the safest one to do first. So if the beast wants to end up here, we want to punch this guard guy. Double powers are always nice to see. Okay, so the plan is we now push is fine. Good. Push him into here onto the beast. This guy can now stand up. Now, where does he want to go? We're gonna do this blitz here. So this guy probably wants to, I don't know, probably just help out the warrior in some way. Get someone further forward on this right-hand side. So now we can do this block here, which hopefully pushes the beast into there. And again, push is all we need. Push is all we're going to get. So the beast goes into there. We are never going to be following that up because the Pestigore needs to stay safe. Now, are we going to be able to get any nice punches? Well, we could punch him into there, which wouldn't be bad. Alternatively, and the one I like more, is punching this guy back up here. Hey, the beast did something. But, as ever, guard. So, as ever, the beast fails to really make an impact. Beast kind of needs to stay where it is, really. So we have 2 more punches. And we'll start with this one, which we get, which is nice to see. Now, he doesn't have guard, so we need to follow this. And even if we fall over on this, it's still fine, but we get a double power, which is nice. And we'll push him into the beast as well, just because it's safe, and he can't really move out of it. Keep the warrior there, because we can. Turn went as well as it probably could have done. We've got the beast into quite a nice spot here. My only issue is that he can come in and get a 1 dice on the beast with his Troll Slayer. It's not actually that difficult 2 dice either, because it would be a what would that be, a 3+ Dauntless roll. So 2+3+ for him to get a 2 die here. But actually, I've not left him too much elsewhere. 2 GFIs isn't that good. 2 GFIs and a dodge. Fails the dodge, which is pretty good. Fail it again. Fail a GFI. That kind of sucks. He gets his knockdown. He's not going to be able to. He's not really going to be able to recover the ball unless this guy catches it. Okay, no, he didn't catch it. Okay, he's going to put some pressure on the ball now. Like I said, my goal for this half is 0-0, essentially. If I can go in 0-0, hopefully I can be slightly more aggressive on the defense, because you don't have to use as many rerolls on defense. And I always have the threat of the wizard. And also, I don't want to use the wizard when I've got no rerolls left, because the wizard is used for... the wizard's usually used to get the ball on the floor, so then you can pick it up and move it up the field. I don't believe I've left any 2 dies at all over here. That might be a 1. No, it's 2 die uphill because the guard there. Yep. So I've not left him any 2 die blocks in here. So if I can blitz this guy off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe, put him back to there. But the point is that we need, this is our blitz target, so you're always going to be standing up right there. Now we can chain push here. We can chain push quite nicely. Can we get a nice chain push? Let's say if we push you to there, you come out to here. We might be able to get this warrior free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's not a bad option. It's now turn 6, so we do need to start thinking about putting somebody up in scoring position. And I'm quite happy to do it with a rotter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so even if just one player gets taken up by this rotter, that's a result for me. All we need is one player to be taken up by him. What does Borak want to do? 2-die with block is the safest. If we get this knockdown, we can actually push this guy completely free, which I quite like the idea of doing. What a time to roll your 1 in 9. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Let's not roll any more, please. We'll have to do it with a push. And I want to be pushing this warrior out. Or do I? No, I don't think I do actually. I want to be getting... I want to try and get a rotter free. So we'll follow this. Now we're going to blitz here. 2-die with blitz. Let's not 1 in 9 it again, please. Well, I suppose we didn't 1 in 9 it. And KOs him. So that is, I think, that's the... That is at least... Well, that's, I think, 6 1 in 9s we've had so far in 6 turns. So it's pretty hard to play against Dwarfs when you've got no block and you roll 1 in 9 every turn. So he probably just scores here. And there's not much we can do about it, really. This guy's faster than me. Well, he's as fast, and my only faster piece has been KO'd. So this is a 3+, and he'll obviously reroll fail. Rerolls 3 turns. So now it's just a case of trying to punch his team a little bit. Now I haven't taken much in the way of punishment so far, so it might be worth fouling if I get a good foul target like one of these Troll Slayers, because they're only armor 8. If I can get a good rotter foul, then I probably will. So this has made this a 2-die now. Only gets the push, which is good. We can punch this runner as well. That's possible, punching the runner. No other 2-dies, or maybe this one. 1 die on the beast. Well, obviously he'll roll. Obviously he rerolls that. 3 rerolls 3 turns and all. So the beast gets pushed off. Does he have any more 2-dies? I don't think that makes any 2-dies. 2-die? Nah, it's 2-die up. This guy's free to go where he likes. On Borak, can you get a 2-die there? I mean, that's a 1-die. So I'm not even going to try go for the ball because I'm just not going to get it. There's no reason to here. 1-die powering Borak is not good. Yeah, he didn't do anything horrible to him, so that's good, I suppose. And then another 1-die over here. Or 2-die uphill the beast, maybe. Okay, that's a nice foul appearance fail. Cool. So, now where do we want to be punching? We probably want to try and punch, if we can, so strength 5, strength 6. So that makes Borak strength 7. Hail Mary pasta. So we'll do that because it's Mighty Blow. It's our best chance of getting some kind of knockout. No such luck. We'll put the beast back in here because it's useful over here. And we'll do some more punches. It's annoying that I haven't even broken armor this game as well. Like 0 armor breaks. So fend is obvious. Stand you there. We can get chain push, or we can roll our 7th 1 in 9 in 7 turns. Because we've had 2 on Borak, and we've had 3 turnovers as a result of 1 in 9s, and we had to re-roll 2 earlier on. So this was not the kind of game that we needed to have in order to try and win. Okay, so Borak is fine. We get it for another turn, which we like. So I think the plan is here to try and chain push the beast onto the Troll Slayer and then try and kill the Troll Slayer with the beast. That seems like the most reasonable option. The good news is that in all likelihood we're still going to have 11 players, and also we have a chance at getting our Mighty Blow clawback. So you're never going to be re-rolling that, because if you get a skull, you're taking Mighty Blow hits, and you really don't want to be taking any more than necessary. The follow-up is interesting, though. That's not what I expected, because this is still only a 1 dice. So we'll probably blitz with Borak again, because he has Mighty Blow. And we'll probably see if we can blitz that Troll Slayer up on that top left. Okie dokie. So if we can knock you down... Oh, he's going to have to blitz him, isn't he? Shame. So there's a nice punch. We don't want to give him punches, so we want to stay back this turn if possible. Borak can blitz, or do we want that blitz? No, Borak can be the blitz, because this is a punch for the beast anyway. It's another non-knockdown. Can we make this 3 dice? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can. So this needs to be a push, or it can be a yen. That's 8 1 in 9s in 8 turns now. 8 1 in 9s in 8 turns. It's pretty hard when you're playing Rookie Nurgle. I'm assuming he's probably going to take his 2 dies where possible, since he has his rerolls. So he only gets push, which we like. He's going to get another 2 dice at it, though. And it's only pushes. That's good. Won't re-roll it, just because the skulls are a thing. And he might try and set up to punch Borak here, is my guess. He can make it a 1 dice. Can he make it 2? I don't think he's got enough guard to make it 2. I think he'll just run it in here. Nope, he's going for the 2 dice. Or is he going to go for this one? Because that's only a 1 dice. Okay, so pushes are fine. Oh, he actually still has his blitz. He still has a blitz, so he can come around this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GFI. Nope, not far enough. Or he can come in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should be. He's gonna, okay. He's gonna get that guy. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a better place to do it. Gets the Dauntless, gets the knockdown. No armor break, which we like to see. He has a 1 dice. Oh no, that's 2 die uphill. He's just going to run it in. And that is unfortunately 1-0 at half time. But we still have our wizard. So that's a good sign. And the important player came back. So we still have 11. He still has 11. I think Lord Borak is actually the least important of them. So we'll go. Have we got 2 rotters? No, we've only got 1 rotter spare. So we'll put the beast in the middle so he can actually respond. And actually, I think we'll just go for boring old line elf defense type thing. Maybe we can go a bit wider than that. Maybe go like that. Which side's he going to go on? Well, strength 4 is over there, so we'll put the guard over here to try and trap the strength 4. Yes, that'll probably do. Let's go with that. So, the hope is here that he does what dwarfs do. Hopefully he picks a side. If he goes down the middle, then we can try and go for some kind of sack. If he goes down a side, then hopefully we can do exactly the same thing and try and sack it at some point. But dice is what we need to go our way. Oh, that's nice. Didn't follow it up. Probably couldn't. Good. No armor breaks on the LOS blocks, which is excellent to see. Failing the sure hands would have been reasonable. Would actually have been pretty good there. Bad at all. Makes sense. Take out the loner. Take out the AV8. Gets him. No arm break is really good to see. Right, so we need to pick a dwarf. And I think I know which dwarf I want to pick. So, which dwarf do I really, really want to pick? So I'm thinking between one of these two, because obviously they both have guard, and if I can, even just a KO could really, really be helpful. I think if I go here and blitz him, it probably gives me the most protection. We'll stand you up first. You're probably not going to be moving. Likewise, you're probably not going to be moving from there. Can we make that a 3 die? 4, 5, 6. No, we can't make it a 3 dice unless we put the beast over here, but we don't really want to put the beast over there. So I think this turn is a case of pretending to punch his players, get some pushes, and then go from there. So again, this is unfortunately it's the kind of dice that I really kind of have to re-roll. I do want to go slightly further up just to deny him a little bit of space. I'm okay with him coming forward slightly. Let's see if we can get this punch now. Which way do I want to punch him more? Yeah, I want to punch him over to the side. Hey, we got one. And I think we're going to stay. Armor value 7 holds. And then we'll tuck him back in. Nice and safe. Now we want to be able to set up so that we can get some mighty blow hits. So the way we do that is by putting our blitzers, putting our mighty blow onto the safe places where we can punch people. Where else do we want to put people? I'm quite happy to put the beast in the middle here. He's not going to be able to get easy 2 dies. Okay, the beast moves up into position. Now we need to keep... Right, so this is currently a weak spot for us. So let's put a useless rotter over there. This is a weak spot. So let's set up for a possible punch here. If we go there, probably that seems okay. And then we'll dodge this guy out. Good enough. That's fine. Right stuffing is absolutely fine where he is on the ground. The only issue I have is that the dwarfs don't actually have to score. Which means I've got to go and get that ball somehow. And it's going to be a very boring game if all we do is just stand in front of each other, one square apart, and kind of fight each other like that. It's not going to work. Okay, so his blitzer gets the punch that he wants on my rotter. He has to be a little bit careful where he places him, because this guy would suddenly become a possible target. Okay, so by going forwards, it shows me that he actually does want to go for the score, which is excellent sportsmanship, because perfectly legitimate for him to just run back towards his own touchdown zone, put a big wall of dwarfs in front and say, "Come and get me." And that would be quite difficult to do. That would be quite difficult to play against as Nurgle. So he's giving us 2 punches this turn. Fortunately, they're both with Mighty Blow. One of them is with Claw. How far can this runner go? That's still a pass. That's not that terrible. Okay, so this is definitely the turn to go men's. The dwarfs are a little bit spread out, so this is a turn that we probably want to start trying to apply some kind of pressure. Now we don't... So let's see if the beast moves first. Okay, so the beast moving is really important. Okay, so you're best placed probably here. Let's think. So we're going to blitz there. Put 2 guys on you. Okay, so this is the safest thing. So 3-die block. Whew. There's some skulls. Okay, so the guard being there actually is quite annoying, and I'd quite like to shift it. So I want to do this first. This gets re-rolled, by the way. Okay, so the guard going down is nice. So we'll stay where we are. That's good. Now, where do we want to put him? So let's think. You're going to go there, then you're going to go around there. You can go there. Okay, that seems reasonable. So we need to clear this space. Where do you want to go? So I think these rotters just want to hold up the line, be beast handlers for the moment. Now, how far can he move? Okay, he can go quite far. I don't want him to be able to run down this side. That is unfortunately a 1 dice. So this guy needs to move. So there, maybe? Seems solid. Now we take our blitz. Hooray! Got 1. Armor still holds. Let's think. We can get surfed there. Push, push, and then surf. Doable, but incredibly difficult considering it's dwarfs. Maybe. 1 hit, runner comes to there, push, push. Difficult to find a blitz target. I want to hold him up. And I'm going to move this warrior back slightly, just as deep cover. Okay, good turn. So the plan that turn was to try and put some pressure on this left-hand side. So he can't, ideally, he can't actually make much forward progress here. He can knock over this warrior, but I think it's difficult for him to make progress on this side. So I want to try and move him over towards where I've got my strength pieces, so then the sweeper can come back and do some work. He tries to get down the middle. Hopefully the beast holds up long enough for me to try and get through. So I need to put some pressure on the ball, which is why we've gone for a slightly more aggressive turn this turn. If he wants to commit to the centre, he can get the beast down, but he has to commit a few players to it. So this is 2 dice now. Gets him. So I'm trying to see where the punches come from. I'm assuming that's only a stun, which is good. So he does want to punch the beast. But this is still 2-die uphill. He needs to get rid of this guy somehow. So this is always going to be a 2-die uphill, unless he, again, commits quite a lot of players to a fairly static offense, which is kind of what we want, really. So he goes for the 1 dice and gets it. I mean, it was a 2+, so it's not so bad. He now has another 1 dice on the beast. Okay, so this guy's not making any progress, which is good. And it's a shame. The armor breaking there is kind of annoying because it frees him up next turn. So he has a 1 dice on the beast. It would be really nice if he didn't get it. So that is a 1 dice. So he's going to make... Okay, so he's going to go for the 2 dice into 2 dice, which makes perfect sense. Gets Borak on the first go, which is fine. Probably pushing him right into here is the most logical move. Good. Borak's armor holds up very nicely. Now I'm interested to see what he's going to do with this runner. Okay. Out of range of the Chaos Warrior, yeah. And now he's going for the 1 dice and fails it. Shouldn't re-roll that. Doesn't re-roll it. And may as well go for the Dauntless 1 dice, probably. You won't be able to reach him. A foul. That's interesting. I was going to say I probably wouldn't go for it. Works and gets his knockdown. And an armor break. And the stun. Pretty good. Pretty good. So we have a lot of players on the ground. A lot of players on the ground. That is a 2 dice. Is that 2 dice? Right, you can go here. Now we need to blitz with this guy. Like, we need to really be blitzing with that guy. We can punch you. You might be able to follow up and get round. That's too risky. There is a 2 dice. That's not too bad. So, you punch you, that's a 2 dice. You punch you, that's a 2 dice. You punch you, that's a 2 dice. And then you can punch someone for 2 dice. That's probably as good as we've got. And Borak will just have to hold the front line. Guard is fine if they're both on the ground. You are never going to follow that up. Armor value 7, still holding strong. Borak's not going to do any dodging. Can't afford to. This is probably the most important punch to do next, and it works. This is probably the next most important one, and it works again. And then this is probably the next most important one. And we want to go to you. Okay. You have guard. So we'll push you out there. Do we want to follow? No, we don't. That's a little bit too open for the beast. So I don't think he's going to be too aggressive this turn. Mainly because this ball can't get that far across, and he really doesn't really want to be making that kind of pass. Not on Dwarves. So making the ball safe is probably the goal this turn. He gets down that warrior, that's quite good for him. So he can put the ball kind of in the centre, but I mean the good news for me is that the ball is actually, like, most of his players aren't actually right in the centre. Doesn't follow up, doesn't get the armor break. That's nice. So where's that ball going now? I was going to say probably just move it over. We might be able to do something with that. Might be able to do something. Okay, so I quite like what he's done there. This is important, this move here, because I could have kind of prized him open there, which was kind of a possibility. Now, where do we want to put you? I think I want to kind of jam you up. Right, so we'll do this block first. It's 2 die with block. The push is all we need. So that's the first job done. Now the next job is decide how aggressive we want to go. We can do this block and blitz him, or we can do this block and blitz him. I think this is possibly the turn to risk the biscuit. Can't make this a 3 die, unfortunately. I'd love to. I can't afford not to. Okay. Let's say we blitz him. Push him out of the way. Go to there. Strength 5. Can't make it strength 7. You go to there. Stay where you are and pull back slightly. You can block him. You can run through. Okay, so I'm going to go for the slightly safer play here. Okay, so the push means safe play was the correct play. And he's going to sit there. That's a hole, so we can do something like that maybe. And then you can do something like that. Keep this pressure up is what we need to do. They get 1 dice here. This is a 2 die. I only have 1 dice because they both have guard. So this is the thing. That is the thing. Good. And we'll keep them all jammed in there. Good. This is the place that's the problem. What do I actually need? Basically, all I need is not a knockdown. If I can get not a knockdown, it's really good. Am I willing to burn a reroll on this? Yes, I am. Push is all we needed there. And I'd really like to push this guy back as well. Okay, we can afford that. Does he have guard? He doesn't have guard. But then he would still get a 2 die on him, so no, we'll stay where we are. Okay, so we've put the pressure on him this turn. We've clogged up a whole load of his team. Now the plan is to try and take the ball on the next turn. This guy's probably... Well, if he blitzes this guy, I'm not quite sure how much forward momentum he can get. There's a 2 die there, which he can take, but again, I'm not sure how much forward momentum there is on this. Okay, so he's going to try and make a forward play this turn. Failing the Dauntless is good for me, because it only gives him a 1 dice. He might have to re-roll it. As in, he might have to re-roll the 1 die. He re-rolled the Dauntless instead. That's interesting. Because now he has to make the Dauntless roll again. Okay, he made it the second time, which is good for him. But that is the blitz. So the ball might be coming over this side now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he's going to put the ball there. Okay, makes perfect sense. Makes good sense. The question is, how safe can he keep it? Can we get some kind of play going? No forward momentum is good. It's 2 die uphill. That's going to be that's actually a 1 die. 1 die on the beast he has. Right, so this is the turn I think that we have to try and make something happen. Lightning Bolt works. Breaks the armor. It's not a bad place for the ball to go, in fact. Not too shabby. Right, you are just going to stand up. Can you reach? You can. So this is the block we have to take next. And this is also the turn that everything gets re-rolled, basically. This is the turn to do re-rolls if we can afford it. Ah, did I just screw myself? I have a horrible feeling I may have just screwed myself with that. Okay, so this is the blitz. And obviously re-roll. Yep, that needs to be re-rolled. Borak. Okay, we get the knockdown. Do we want to scatter it this turn? No, we don't. Yeah, so I did actually kind of screw myself because I put the guard in the wrong place. But not to worry, we can still deal with it. Borak 1 in 9. It's a good place to have block. Now we definitely want to do the beast one here. Okay, so the beast doing his thing is really, really nice because now he can get out of the way. We have this 2 die now. Good. And actually we need to stay where we are because Borak didn't get a push. So let's do that. And pushes for days, but that can be, that we can live with. So he can Dauntless 2-die this guy. The foul appearance was the thing that failed. He kind of, I feel like he kind of had to re-roll that. I think scattering the ball is really important because now there's only 1 tackle zone on the ball. I mean, he can dodge to put more on, but I think there's only going to be 1 tackle zone on the ball. So we'll see how that pans out. Okay, armor break's fine. That guy was pretty much out of the drive anyway. Him making the dodge here kind of sucks a little bit. Because it now means we're going to have to blitz this strength 4 guy again. Ah! Breaking the armor. Ah! Annoying. Very annoying, in fact. Those 2 armor breaks have been pretty important. Pushes are good. Whew. Not easy. Okay. Let's think. Tackle zone's on ball. We can get a 2-die on this guy. We can also get a 1-die on this guy. It's about which one do we want to do. And I feel like we want... Oh, no. I feel like we want to do this. So let's get our 2 die here. The armor break is nice to see. We will stay, I think. Right, so Borak next. Bushes will have to do. Now the important one. Okay, the important one worked. Oh! An armor break! It's a miracle! They do happen! And I think you're probably just going to go like that. Got him. Oh. The armor break is really good. 2 armor breaks in a row. Really, really nice. Now I'm giving him a possibility to chain me onto the ball, but I'm happy to take that risk. That's 2 dice. And this is a 2 dice. That's as good as we've got. 3 tackle zones on the ball. He does have a scatter opportunity. But we're now in the hands of Nuffle. That's a good turn to Dubskull. Quads? No. No, never such luck. Quads would have been pretty crazy amazing luck there. The both down is interesting, actually. So yeah, there's that push onto the ball I was talking about. And now we pray to the god of scatter. Well, oh my. The game is on! The game is on! Oh my god. We might only lose this. So, that's guaranteed that we can't lose any worse than 1-0. And that's his reroll gone. So we've got a shot at this. As crazy and stupid as it sounds, we have a shot at a touchdown. Right. Can we get anyone in scoring position? Borak can get in scoring position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Borak is in scoring position. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 3. This is only 2 on the beast. You won't be able to get into scoring position. So Borak is pretty much the score threat here. So that's nice. I think it's Borak Blitz, if I'm being honest. Because that's a GFI. can't take GFIs. So this is as good as anything. Oh, no, 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 we can't blitz with him. We can't blitz with him. We'll blitz next turn with him. So that's the space that the Rotter wants to run through. Actually, this guy kind of has to be here. Is there any way that I can free up somebody to help out Borak? I don't think there is. Oh, there might be. So this needs to be a knockdown. Like, really needs to be a knockdown. There's the knockdown. So the GFIs do next turn. So the next thing to do actually is this block. And it works. So the beast can get into scoring position. Hold the phone. We have a beast in scoring position. If we get a beast touchdown, that would be the craziest shit. That would be bonkers. Right, you stand up because you've got nothing else to do. Push is good enough for me. It'll have to be. Now, here's the question. Do we go for it this turn or next turn? It's going to be a pass, or it's going to be 2 GFIs. Is there anywhere we can get the ball safe? The ball's reasonably safe where it is. My issue is that he can take out Borak. Let's do that first. Okay, so that's pretty safe now. What about if we put the ball here? Stand up and blitz is a worry. What pass would that be? That would only be a 3+3+. And if we fail it... No, the GFI now wouldn't work. And if we fail the pass, then it's going to drop around here somewhere. You know what? I'm just going to go for the pass. Or what's better? What is it? It's 4+3+ or 2+... No, it's going to be 3+3+, or 2+2+3+. 2+2+ is 5 out of 6 and 25 out of 36. That's like 70%. Fuck it, we're passing. 3 seconds left. Pass to Borak. Pass it. Go on. Oh man. Oh man. There's a shout. We're in with a shout. We're in with a shout, boys and girls. We're in with a shout. I mean, it's actually getting a 2 dice is impossible. A 1 dice he can totally do, right? It's a 1 dice. I mean, he still has to free up a guard player. So I think the best he's got is a 2 die uphill on Borak. I think that's the best he's got, if I'm being honest. Now, just quietly, the beast would have caught it. Just very quietly. If only I had one more reroll, this would be so much so much nicer. Come on, Borak, be a hero. Not dead. It's pretty good. So I can get that guy in. So here comes the one die. Here comes the one die. It's a GFI as well. Come on, Borak. Be a man. Ooh. GFI worked. Ooh. 3 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus. Oh no! No! Oh no, that's made it harder. You're not meant to make it easier. You're not meant to make it harder for me. You're meant to make it easier for me. God damn it. So we're looking at 4 plus 2, 4 plus 3 plus, 2 plus 2 plus for the easy peasy score. Is there a way we can make it any better? Is there any way we can make it better? No, I can't blitz out. I need both GFIs to make the touchdown. Okay, I think I have a way of sort of doing it. So that will be 2 dice. Works. So we've made it as best we can. It's a 3 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. This would be a crazy amazing game if we can make this. I'm gonna quickly calculate what the odds of this are. We've got 59 seconds. There's plenty of time. So we're looking for 3 plus, 2 plus, 2 plus with no reroll. It's 46%. Okay? 46%. Not gonna happen today. Not today. We gave it a damn good try, though. Well, thank you, EcoStar. That was a good game. Bit tense. I think with a couple more skills, maybe another reroll, I might have had a shot. But the loner getting a pass. No, we don't want him. So we actually got basically no. Yeah, we only got 5 SPP that game. That's pretty bad SPP. Let's take a look at these dice. So dice are pretty standard. What about his? Yeah, seems about right. Let's take a look at some blocks. Yeah, so this is what screwed me. The fact that I got 27 skulls, 28 both downs on a team that has 1 block on it. That's what screwed me. That really, really hurt. Let's count all these 1 in 9s, shall we? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 1 in 9s that game. That's pretty crazy.